Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another daily Chelsea stream and general transfer update, guys. Plenty to go through, as always, with the Blues. We've got the latest on Riccardo Calafiori, the Italy and Bologna centre-back who can also play at left-back. Apparently, Chelsea sent scouts to watch the Italian last night in action against Albania, although Juventus still remains his preferred destination. It's an interesting potential twist in the tail in that one. We're not too sure what's going to happen on that. The expectation is he does join Juventus, but apparently Maresca's a big fan of Calafiori and sent scouts to watch him last night. We got the latest on Levi Colwill and these Bayern Munich rumours not going away. I'm going to address that once again. We've also got the latest on Jan Oblak, who, according to reports in Spain, are prepared to be willing to sell the goalkeeper, which could open the door for Chelsea to acquire him. Now, I don't know how true that is or how likely that is, but we're going to dive into those reports as well. And any further news, guys, that comes in during the stream, people. Obviously, England in action tonight. Hopefully, Cole Palmer and Conor Gallagher can do the business, get some minutes and whatnot. Let's wait and see what happens on that front later on tonight. But big up to everyone that's already locked in. Let's say hello to a few people in the chat, and then we will dive into proceedings. Ricky California, also your poll only had two options, yes or I will, because I have no intention of liking your video. Well, thanks anyway, mate. You didn't bother liking it, but you spent the time to write out a comment in the chat. So yeah, big yourself up. Cuckoo must not be sold. No, Correa, by the way, was brilliant yesterday. He was absolutely superb for Spain yesterday. Had a really, really good game. No doubt about it. Had a great game for Spain, and it's good to see him starting for his country. Thoroughly deserved. Have a feeling Colwill may go. No, I don't think so. If Colwill goes, that means Chalobah's staying. Then, well, I mean, look, Colwell's not going to go. I don't think there's any chance. Jan with those wages, yeah. Well, look, let's just wait and see. I'll dive into the report, see what's saying. I mean, look, I hope so. But yeah, it's been quiet on that front over the sort of the major deals over the weekend. So let's wait and see what next week's got in store for us. Yes, big up, brother. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate the super chat. No way Levi maybe wants to leave. No, I don't think so. I mean, he signed a 6-year deal last summer. So like a year on, then you suddenly want to leave. You know, that really wouldn't make sense, or something's gone majorly wrong. No players bigger than Clever Cole wants to go, so be it. Yes. Run the likes up, people. Run the likes up. Over 50 people in the building already. Make sure you're smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you are new round here. 25 likes. Let's get this up to 100 likes as quickly as possible, guys. As quickly as possible. Let's get it done. Yes, big up, brother. Colwell needs to come out with a statement. He doesn't have to do anything, you know. He doesn't have to do anything. I don't know why these rumours keep persisting. Obviously, it's the reports coming from Germany. And I suspect, which we'll dive into later on, I suspect it's a little bit of a pressure tactic from Bayern Munich to put pressure on Jonathan Tah, who they want to sign from Bayer Leverkusen, to kind of get this deal moving, get it done. You know, and they're kind of briefing that, we're interested in Colwell, and if you don't get your shit together, then we'll go and look elsewhere, and you won't get your move, sort of thing. I suspect that's what's going on here. But yeah, let's dive into proceedings, guys. Let's start with the Riccardo Calafiori news. The Bologna centre-back, who can also play at left-back as well. Let me just find it now. Here we go. So this is a journalist, Nico Shearer. There was a Chelsea scout tonight, so last night, in Dortmund to monitor Riccardo Calafiori. Maresca wants him, but the centre-back prefers to join Juventus. Agreement in principle for a contract until 2029 with a salary of 2.2 million euros a year. Bologna asked for 40 million euros because Basel have 50% on the sale. So obviously any fee is going to need to be reasonably sizable because of that, because of half of it's going to FC Basel, which is a very clever, very, very clever sell-on clause there. Very clever. And this is what I mean, talking about smart business. You know, putting sell-on clauses in players is a good thing to do. You know, Chelsea have done it with Jamal Musiala. Obviously, you know, at 14, we were powerless to let him go because there's no contracts or anything like that. But there is a 20% sell-on clause. So when Musiala, if he does eventually leave Bayern Munich for what is likely to be a big fee, we will be due 20% of that. But in terms of Calafiori, I mean, I don't know if anyone knows much about him in the chat, but had a brilliant season with Bologna as they qualify for the Champions League under Thiago Motta. He was one of their standout players, along with the likes of Joshua Zirkzee as well, who's expected to join AC Milan. Calafiori can play centre-back, can play left-back. If this is a big if, by the way, but if he were to join Chelsea, it would no doubt be as a centre-back, because I can't see him coming as a left-back, because if Cucurella stays and then Chilwell's still here, I personally don't see either of our left-backs leaving. So the only left-backs I can see coming in are potentially just some really young ones. But things can change very quickly in football. Whilst this might not seem possible today, it could be possible in a few days or weeks' time. That's the main thing, though, isn't it? You just don't know. You just don't know. At the end of the day, you just don't know. But look, I think I don't know. I like him a lot. I mean, I've watched a number of Bologna games in Serie A this season. He has stood out. He's done really well. But 40 million euros is light work for us. That's light work for Bowley and Egbali's wallets. That they don't really get up for that sort of shit. 40 million. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, for me personally, Calafiori plays almost the exact same as Cucurella. Yeah, he does. I mean, ultimately, in an ideal situation, I don't want to shit on Chile because he's done a lot of good stuff for this football club, but his form is not where it should be. I know it's difficult when you're coming back from injury, but if we're being brutally honest here, if we were ruthless, which sometimes you have to be in top level sport, then it should really be, you should be pursuing a move for Calafiori to play at left back and act as an additional centre back, with Cucurella and Calafiori as the left back options. And then instead of needing to sign another centre back, because Calafiori can play at centre back, you then do yourself a favour, don't you? You then do yourself a favour by sort of killing two birds with one stone. You get someone in that can play both positions, and that makes a lot of sense. I don't mind Calafiori, lots of experience of being so young, already playing at a high level. Yeah, exactly, already playing at a high level. He's played with Basel. He's obviously played with Bologna in Serie A. Decent level, by the way. Decent level Serie A. Too many people disrespect Serie A, by the way. It's a good league. It's a good level. And people should put more respect on it. People should absolutely put more respect on it. There's no denying that. There should be more respect on it. No, we're going to get to that in a sec. Calafiori would be a great signing. Pay what Bologna wants and get it done. Yeah, I agree. Although, as is reported here, there is an agreement in principle on a 5-year contract with Juventus. Obviously, Thiago Motta's just gone there. Juve, sort of a new project going on there, wanting to refresh the squad, bring in younger players and whatnot. So, yeah, look, I mean, Juve financially aren't in the best of shape, but you would expect them to get their shit together on a deal like this. I mean, 40 million euros is what, about 35 million pounds. It's not, it's not massive in today's market. Obviously for Bologna, it's a little bit of a shitter because you get about 17.5 million quid, which for someone who's probably worth over twice that, is a bit of a shitter, really. But that's the price you pay when you, that's the price you pay when you sign players and there's a fat sell-on clause and they're likely to do well. That's the reality of it, guys. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And ultimately, you're going to gain something from it, but not an awful lot. I mean, Calafiori, I think, in an interview, because this has been doing arounds on the old Twitter, that in 2022, he said, "My dream would be to play in the Premier League. I really like West Ham or Chelsea." So quite an interesting mix there, West Ham or Chelsea. Bit of an interesting one. But again, Enzo Maresca is said to be a big fan of him. I mean, I don't know how true this is, but Maresca is said to be a big fan of him. And Chelsea have apparently joined the race to sign Calafiori. He had a good game last night. He's a top defender. And he emerged last season. He emerged as one of the best centre backs in Serie A, played a key role for Bologna, and now I think he's going to play a key role for Italy as well. We know Juventus like him. We know that Chelsea are perhaps interested now. He's a left-sided centre back. We have got a few of those already. Before this season, he hadn't played centre back. Before this season, he was a left back. The fact he could play left centre back and left back is appealing. As I said, key player for Bologna. They conceded just 32 goals in 38 games. They had the third best defense in the Serie A. And Calafiori was very much kind of the guy leading that. Very much the guy leading that. He come through. He went to Basel a couple years ago. And then obviously he come to Bologna. And he's really made a name for himself. 22 years of age. He presses well. He reads the game really well. He's brilliant on the ball as well. Absolutely brilliant on the ball. And that is a huge plus for Maresca and for just modern day centre-backs. Calafiori is very good on the ball. He's Italian. He played for Italy last night in the Euros. Both Bundesliga and Serie A disrespected, yet they have 5 teams in the Champions League. Yeah, look, I'll be perfectly honest here. The Premier League is the most competitive league in Europe, in the world, or whatever you want to call it. It absolutely is. But this idea, there's so many people think that, football doesn't exist outside the Premier League. It absolutely does. Are Serie A and the Bundesliga as competitive as the Premier League? No, they're not. But do they produce good? Do they have good players? Yes. Do they have, good teams? Yes. And it's just a different style of football. Too many people are shitting on it. Yeah, sure. But Bastoni's a lot more experienced, by the way. 40 for Calafiori makes more sense than 40 for Duran. Yeah, I hear you on that one, bro. What else have we got going on? Finally, we're addressing or showing interest in our left-back situation. Calafiori is just what we need. Let's ship off Chile and Sterling. Yeah, fair. Weghorst off the bench, the super sub. Duran already has great shot power, better than Jackson. Some teams would need long shots to break the defence, e.g. Lampard long-range shots, which currently don't have. I don't think we'd be signing Duran just because he's got a good long shot on him. That much is perfectly clear. I'm not sure what's going on here at the moment. Are we still good, people? We still good? Yeah, we're good. Just a slight issue there. But yeah, look. Anyway, back to Calafiori. Obviously, he was at Basel. He's gone to. And as I was saying, use of the ball. Modern day centre backs now, it's massive. It's absolutely crucial, and particularly in an Enzo Maresca system as well. Use of the ball, superb. And he's known for bringing the ball out of the defence, and he links the play with the midfield and sometimes further. Excellent progressive ball carrying. He's got very good passing as well. He's going to be one of the players to watch. And do you know what? For Italy, if Italy do half decent in this tournament, then we're going to be looking at a situation where his price tag is more than likely to increase. More than likely to increase, because 40 million euros seems like an absolute bargain. Juventus will surely, not Juventus, sorry, Bologna will surely be asking for more. If he has a good Euros as well to follow on from his very decent season, then yeah, they're going to be asking for more. They are absolutely going to be asking for more. As am I, because guys, 181 in the building. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Only 46 likes though. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Heading towards 10.1k now. We're racing along nicely, guys. Shirt giveaway will be coming up next week. That'll be when the shirt giveaway takes place next week. But yeah, keep smashing the like button, guys, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. 182 in the building. We need to run these likes up. Subscribe if you are new around here, and And of course, guys, make sure you get yourself in with a chance of winning a Chelsea shirt of your choice from the upcoming season when the club finally get their act together and release the shirt. So make sure you're subscribed to be in with a chance and run those likes up. What else have we got going on? Well, look. This is just from a journalist here. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's. I think we know that there were scouts last night watching Calafiori. It's not unnormal to scout a lot of players. It doesn't mean that a bid's coming or there's or the interest is anything more than, say, surface level at the end of the day. But there's obviously something that they like about him, something that's obviously worth looking at. No, bro, I think we will most likely end up with Duran. I think all roads were pointing that way. It's not the only reason, but it's an element. The old Chelsea team could score from corners. Yeah, look, you need to be a threat from set pieces. Set pieces these days are so crucial. They are so crucial to the modern game. You're seeing set piece coaches now. It's vital part of the game. If you're good on set pieces, you're increasing your chances of winning a game massively. It's definitely Will. He's very, very good. So the more his value increases. Yeah, true. We didn't score a lot of free kicks last season. It's not about scoring the free kicks. It's about it's about scoring from set pieces in general, not necessarily directly from set plays. But yeah, I hear what you're saying on that front. We need better set piece coach to make it well. We've got a new set piece coach now in Bernardo Cueva, so hopefully that's gonna sort out. I mean, the latest on Calafiori, by the way, is that Juventus have been in negotiations to sign him for several weeks. The player wants to go to Juve, has already agreed personal terms, broadly agreed terms on a 5-year contract until 2029. Bologna want to keep him, and they've put a 40 million euros price tag on him. Apparently, Spurs are rumoured to be interested as well. And new Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca is also a big fan of Calafiori and sent scouts to watch him in last night's game against Albania. With Juventus appointing Thiago Motta as their new coach, that could also give them an advantage in signing him. Basel got a 50% sell-on clause, and Calafiori is out of contract in 2027. So he has 3 years remaining on his current deal. So it's not exactly out of contract, needs to be sold. But you would expect maybe Bologna to cash in whilst he's hot. I'm not saying he's suddenly going to have a dip next season, but from a Bologna perspective, this might be the most money they are able to get from him. This could be the most money. I'm not saying it will be, but it could be. I mean, obviously, Scalvini's another very good defender at Atalanta. Shame that he's done an ACL and he won't be going anywhere until the earliest next summer. We need to cut our losses on centre-back. Unfortunately, Badiashile and Disasi. I actually rate Badiashile and think he's decent. Disasi, on the other hand, I don't dislike him. It was just, it was just, just kind of wasn't worth it. I would have preferred Scalvini. Yeah, true. I agree with CMR. No way this guy's got a preference already. Let's push for the odds. It all depends on how attractive your offer is. Yeah, at the end of the day, obviously the team, the club's important, but the attractiveness of the offer is huge as well. That is a massive thing. How attractive is the offer at the end of the day? Whether it's money, total package, playing time, how good the team is, how good the team might be in a few years' time. These are all things that need to be. These are all things that need to be taken into consideration that aren't always taken into consideration. People don't always think about these things. But I mean, look, Calafiori, I think it's, if I'm being totally honest, it's a huge outside chance. This is not something that we should be getting gassed up about and overexcited over, because It absolutely isn't looking like it's anywhere imminent. It's just going to be one of those where we are. It's kind of a link. There's obviously interest there, but yeah, I don't think it's going to go much further. But again, it depends how long Calafiori is prepared to wait for Juventus to get their shit together and sort their finances out. Because if Bologna stay stubborn on their asking price, and it's apparent that Juventus haven't got the finances to get themselves together, then yeah, there absolutely is a possibility that maybe another team could swoop in. I'm not saying it's going to be Chelsea, but another team could swoop in. And then obviously, let's just think, hypothetical scenario here. You have let's say Chilwell went, you have Calafiori and Cucurella as your left backs, and then you have your centre backs as Fofana, Badiashile, Colwill, and Chalobah and Adarabioyo. And you're sorted. Again, look, either or. It feels two areas of the squad. It feels two areas of the squad. So it's a big plus. It is a big plus. There's no denying that. It really is a plus. So let's wait and see. But it is good depth. It absolutely is good depth to have. And if you can find someone that fills both positions, then yeah, it works really well. Yes, big up to CFC Zach, who's become a new member of the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support, bro. Guys, if you want to become a member of the channel, hit the link in the description below. Just $1.99 per month to help support myself and the channel. The more members we get, we'll start doing member-only call-in shows and things like that. So if you want to support myself on the channel, then please do hit the link in the description and become a channel member like Zach has. Big yourself up, brother. Appreciate the support. Wesley Fofana. Yeah, Fofana's going to be massive for us next season. I know people are like, oh, he's picked up all these injuries. Like, Fofana's a top centre-back. When he's fit and he's playing well, and we've seen it at Chelsea, admittedly in small doses, he is a top performer. A top performer. He is really good. Very likable. He's a really good player. And so I'm very much looking forward to hopefully him being able to keep himself fit and play a big role. Because I do believe that the main partnership will be Fofana and Colwill. That, for me, will be Chelsea's first choice partnership next season. There's pace there. Both good on the ball. Can bring the ball forwards. Got good recovery pace. Maresca plays a high line. They've got the pace to get back. That, for me, I think is going to be the main choice pairing next season. No doubt about it. In my mind, in my personal opinion, there's no doubt about it on that one. No doubt about it whatsoever. But we'll find out shortly. England game may be postponed. I'm pretty certain that's not going to happen. There's obviously been some unsavoury scenes like 4 hours before kickoff. They're not going to postpone it. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. It's not being postponed. That will go ahead. Fofana is something we can't rush in because the bloke hasn't played like a year. Yet pre-season's going to be massive for Fofana. Absolutely huge for Wesley. Fofana needs time to get his match fitness back. Yeah, he does. Fofana won't play the entire season. He has to be extremely eased in. I absolutely agree on that front. Casadei is decent from what I've seen. Yeah, look, he's all right, but I think ultimately he's going to be another one of those guys that is unfortunately going to have been signed to be flipped on for profit. Right now, you'd get your money back for Casadei. You might even make a little bit. You might get 20 million quid for Cesare Casadei, but you certainly wouldn't make a loss on him. That much is absolutely clear. You certainly wouldn't make a loss on him. Calafiori, a striker, and Elise are a must this summer. I mean, that would be a dream window. And then if we somehow got Elise, Calafiori, and a decent centre forward, and this is all kind of a big if right now, then that would be an absolutely superb window. Yeah, no, fair. But it is true, though, that Chelsea have sent scouts to watch him. Whether any of the other stuff is true or not, he is someone that Chelsea have definitely expressed an interest in and have obviously scouted and whatnot. It doesn't mean that a move's imminent or anything like that, but that has that does happen. That does happen. Right, let's move away from this Calafiori stuff then. I think Tosin will play a big part. Yeah, I actually think Tosin is going to play a lot more than people expect. I really do think that. People think he's just coming to play a squad role. Yes, to a degree, but I actually think he's going to feature more prominently than people might think. I wouldn't be surprised if whilst we're getting Fofana back up to speed in terms of match fitness wise, I really wouldn't be surprised if Tosin actually started the first few games of the season. I really wouldn't. And I think he's got a unique skill set. In terms of his height, he's going to be helpful. It's going to be beneficial to us in both boxes. For a big guy, he's quick. He's got that recovery pace. He reads the game well. He's got leadership qualities. He's got that Premier League experience. I suspect he will play a lot more than people actually think, and I think he'll do a lot better than people think he'll do as well. I've got a feeling that people don't think he's gonna do that well. Cesare is overrated in my opinion, like what he has showed to deserve a chance in the first team. Look, it's not about. Some players. We need to realise, guys, that some players aren't going to be bought to play for the first team. Some players are just going to be bought to be flipped on for a profit. That's the reality of this model. A lot of outs as well needed. Yep, absolutely. Yes, big up, brother. Would we sell Chile? If a decent offer came in, one they felt was too good to turn down, then I think they'd definitely be open to it. But I think the reality of the situation is that at least this summer, Chilwell's not going anywhere. But I've always maintained with Chilwell that this is the last chance this coming season. If he can't stay fit or he can't show any half decent form, then unfortunately he will need to go. That's just the reality of the situation. I think this is the last opportunity for me. This season coming up is his chance. That absolutely is his opportunity. So let's see, because I'll be honest, like look, he was brilliant for us in the Champions League campaign and whatnot, but he's not been the same since the injuries. That's just the reality of the situation, and it's hard to come back from those kind of injuries. So I suspect Chilwell will stay, but if he can't stay fit or doesn't have a great season, then yeah, he's one for me that I think if it's not this summer, I believe he'll be gone next summer if he doesn't have a good season. Score prediction for the Denmark game. What, England-Denmark or Denmark game tonight? I mean, who Denmark playing? Slovenia or Slovakia, is it? Slovenia, I think it is. Calafiori is going to have a great year, and Bologna will slap 60 plus on him, effectively ruling out any Italian teams. Yeah, but you know what these Italian teams are like? They'll do like a 2-year loan, which then becomes a permanent deal after 2 years. These lot are the masters of dodgy payments and getting round deals in sort of creative ways. I don't think Cole will start later. No, I don't think he will either. He absolutely won't. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up 10th. Daydreaming isn't a crime, though. I don't think we'll end up 10th. Yeah, although Sesko's staying at Leipzig, so it's not much of a scouting session, but we can absolutely kind of see what he's about. Guys, 207 in the building. We're within touching distance of 100 likes now. We're on 92. Let's smash this up to 150 likes. Please do your thing, guys. It's free. It takes seconds, and it massively helps out more than you can imagine. So make sure you do that. It helps boost the stream in the algorithm, get more eyes on the channel. So please run this up to over 100 likes, guys. It would be greatly appreciated. And guys, 224 in the building. people, more subscribers required. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're well over 10. We're over 10K now, heading towards 10.1K. Another 40 subscribers required. Let's try and get as many of those chalked off as we can in this afternoon stream. So if you're new round here and you're not subscribed, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button. And yeah, you'll be in with a chance to win yourself a shirt, because there's a shirt giveaway for reaching 10K. So make sure you're subscribed to be in with a chance of winning, guys. But yeah, run up the likes and subscribe, people. If we're gonna go for Calafiori, I think Chilwell's gone already. Who would there'll be a market for Chilwell. It might not be a massive market. You know, it might not be that many teams interested, but there absolutely will be a market for Chilwell. Man City were interested in Chilwell last summer. Yeah, Chilwell, Man City have had interest in Chilwell, but I think that's probably not there anymore. But yeah, that's kind of the latest on the Calafiori stuff. Sticking with defense, guys. I mean, these Levi Colwill and Bayern Munich stuff is not going away. It's irritating, to say the least, because Chelsea's stance on Colwill is very clear. He's not going anywhere. But again, Florian Plettenberg, Sky Germany, he's obviously got his contacts with Bayern. They'll be briefing stuff to him. And I suspect more than anything that this will be, as I said at the top of the show, this will be to put pressure on Jonathan Tah and his camp to, you know, get a move on and sign for Bayern and get that deal done. Because to sort of like to warn him, like, guys, if you don't get this deal done or you don't sign for us, then you know, we've got other targets and we'll try and pursue them. Would you let him go for Calafiori? No, I wouldn't, because I think Levi Colwill's a top player. So I wouldn't let him go for Calafiori, no. But obviously, at the end of the day, the only way Colwell's going to leave, and this is a big if, by the way, and I don't see it happening, is if he wants to. Chelsea's stance on Levi is very, very clear. He's not for sale. He's a key part of the project moving forwards. And that's that as far as they're concerned. I don't get the feeling that Colwill is pushing for a move. I don't sense that. I mean, I could be wrong. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes and whatnot. But I'd be very surprised if he was angling for a move. I really would be. But let's just carry on with this. So Bayern have inquired about Colwill in the last weeks, as they also have gathered information about a potential transfer this summer. At this stage, Chelsea won't let him go, but understand Colwill would be open to join Bayern as soon as Bayern's interest becomes concrete. However, the potential transfer fees are currently far too high for Bayern, which is why the pursuit has gone cold. Colwill remains on the shortlist of Bayern, early stage of the window, no agreement with Leverkusen about Tah yet. A lot can still happen. I just don't understand why Colwill would Colwill want to go to Bayern Munich? Yeah, I know it's a big football club and whatnot, massive football club. But what would he get at Bayern that he's not getting at Chelsea? I mean, apart from maybe Champions League football at this point in time. But it's strange, isn't it? Saying a club can't afford a player, but saying the player's interested in the move, it feels like a bit of a cop-out, that, doesn't it? You know, we can't afford him, but he is interested. You know, it's kind of a bit of a contradiction. It doesn't make sense. I'm struggling to kind of get my head round all this Colwill stuff. It just doesn't make sense. He's not going anywhere. You know, and this idea that people think he's, you know, seeking assurances from Maresca about, you know, demanding game time and whatnot, that isn't the case either. You know, Levi Colwill is an absolutely superb footballer. No doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. In my view, no doubt about it at all. Chelsea's position is clear. You know, no plans to sell him. You know, I do wonder why, unless it's people just trying to make a bit of mischief. I do wonder why. You know, if Chelsea's stance is clear that he's not for sale, why do people keep trying to sign him? You know, as I've said when I've discussed this before, you look at it and you're like, right, okay. You know, certain players at clubs are untouchable. You don't see anyone going to bid for Phil Foden. You don't see anyone trying to bid for Vinicius Junior. You don't see that sort of things because they know that those players are off limits and they're not for sale. And, Chelsea's stance is clear that Colwell's not for sale. But then why do teams still think they can chance their luck? I don't get it. Look, for what it's worth, I don't believe that this is Colwell, pushing. I think this is very much stuff coming from the Bayern Munich end to put pressure on Jonathan Tah. I don't get the impression that Colwell wants out at Chelsea. I really don't think that. I really don't think that at all. What else is going on? Huge doubt. Straight swap for Davies, 10 to 15 plus Levi. In theory, sounds all right, but the reality of the situation is that sort of a deal is just never going to happen. Never going to happen. Cole's not going to push. I thought Cole was decent for us last season. I thought he was. He is one of our best centre backs. There's no doubt about that. In my opinion, he definitely is one of our best centre backs. But yeah, the fact that we seem to be having this speculation about him every summer is irritating to say the least. It is annoying. There's no doubt about it. It is annoying. Yes, big up, brother Brave. Put Chelsea family on the next level. Big up. I don't know if I have, but yeah, appreciate your kind words and the support anyway. Right. At the end of the day, Colwell's not going anywhere. It's just a strange one. There's no point. Keep reposting the same news. There's no point just keep saying, oh, this and that or whatever. Colwell wants to. This idea that players are demanding guarantees after signing long-term deals, I don't buy into that. No one's got, unless you're Ronaldo or Messi or Erling Haaland or whatever, you're not in a position to demand playing time or say that you should be playing. That's not that's not how this works. That's not how it works. Colwell camp is being quiet too. They should just release a statement or something if he wants to leave or stay. I don't think there's any need to. I think the position's very, very clear. So I don't think there's any need to do all that. At the end of the day, right now, it's just rumours. Got to go now because I'm going to Germany to watch England. Well, big up. Hope you enjoy the Euro. Safe travels. Big yourself up, brother. To be honest, I don't think he's a guaranteed starter at Chelsea's. Palmer and Reece James' position are. No, I don't think anyone's saying that Cole was a guaranteed starter, but I would expect him to be certainly at the start of the season one of the first choice pairing at the back with Wesley Fofana. That would be my view on it, for sure. That would definitely be my view on it. But yeah, that's kind of where we are. Rumors keep going on about Colwell, but I suspect they're coming from the Bayern side. In an attempt to put pressure on Jonathan Tah. That's where I think we're sort of at with all of this right now. That would be my view on proceedings. But anyway, let's move away from Levi Colwill and let's talk about goalkeepers because same old. You links with goalkeepers quite strongly, then no links, and now links again. Let's discuss this one, Jan Oblak. Now, it's from Spanish Report. Let's be real here. Not sure of the accuracy of it or not, but let's give it a read. Let's just get this up quickly. What are we looking at here? Obviously, translate that to English. Cannot read Spanish. Let's have a look. So, see, look, Oblak is someone that, we obviously know of his qualities as a goalkeeper. There's no denying it. But, the wage is going to be ridiculous. I've got no idea how much money they're likely to be asking for, if we're being totally honest on this front. You don't know what money they're going to be asking for, and you'd think it's going to be bloody expensive at the end of the day. You would think it's going to be really expensive, but yeah, I'm unsure. Personally, I'm unsure on whether. I mean, I don't think this will happen at all. Yeah, he's a top goalkeeper. Absolutely no denying that whatsoever. A brilliant goalkeeper. But yeah, it seems like a weird one. I don't really know where these links have come from. I suspect, the fact that are Chelsea looking for a massive upgrade to their squad this summer, and Atletico Madrid's Oblak has emerged as a tempting option. Atletico are willing to sell Oblak, opening the door to Chelsea to acquire him. So it's not actually a link to Chelsea per se. It's saying that Atletico Madrid could be looking to sign Oblak, then getting 2 and 2 and making 5 here. Oh, Chelsea might be looking for a new goalkeeper. Maybe it ties in there, and we can get ourselves a little bit of a story. Do you know what I mean? It's not really. I don't suspect that it's a strong link, but the goalkeeper thing is going to be interesting, because obviously all the goalkeepers that Chelsea are potentially going to be linked with are, of course, going to be goalkeepers that are very, very good with the ball at their feet. There's stories from Maresca last season with the Leicester keeper, threatening him. I think it was a game against, I can't remember who it was against, but basically he's kind of fucked about with it at the back. He kicked it and it hit the attacker and went in. And he said to him at half time, if you go long, I'm going to sub you off. So there's no budging on these principles of play here. The goalkeeper will be playing out from the back, needs to be very good with the ball at his feet, and needs to be and obviously fills in as like an additional centre back. So this is a really important requirement. Petrovic, I think, look, let's be honest, he's not amazing with his feet, but he's all right. I think he's definitely, he doesn't make me anywhere near as nervous as Robert Sanchez does. You feel so nervous. Oblak's 31. So yeah, mad. He's been around. He's been around for so long, and he's only 31. That's crazy, isn't it? Here we go. This is more like it. We've got the report up. Atletico Madrid's Jan Oblak could be on the move this summer, according to Spanish outlet AS. Atletico Madrid are willing to sell the player, and Chelsea are keen on securing his services. Chelsea signed Robert Sanchez at the start of last season, but he's been quite underwhelming for the Blues so far. Chelsea are looking to bring in an upgrade, and Oblak has proven himself at the highest level over a number of years. The fact the Spanish club are willing to sell the player, obviously it remains to be seen whether the Blues can secure an agreement with Atletico Madrid. The fact the Spanish club are willing to sell the player will come as a major boost for the Premier League side. Chelsea certainly have the finances to get the deal done. They have had an underwhelming campaign this past season, and they will bounce back strongly and push for the make. Players like Oblak will certainly help them. So yeah, look, how likely a deal is for Oblak, I think that probably remains a long way off. I would absolutely take Oblak at Chelsea. No doubt about it. I would love to have Oblak at Chelsea. I think he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and it would be a considerable upgrade. It would be a considerable upgrade on the options we've got right now. Miles better than Sanchez. He probably is better than Petrovic at this point in time. Let's make no mistake about it. But ultimately, I think a stumbling point is going to be transfer fee, and I think a stumbling point is going to be wages. I mean, how long is he even? Let's have a look how long he's under contract for. Excuse me. Let's have a look how long he's under contract for. He's under contract until 2028. He's still got 4 years left on his deal. So he signed a 6-year contract back in 2022. So yeah, still 4 years left on the deal is a madness. I don't think Oblak's a good ball passer. I think he's more than capable. Absolutely more than capable. As are you guys more than capable of bumping these likes up? People, 114 likes, 200 in the building. This should be a minimum 150 likes. So please keep smashing that thumbs up button, guys. It's free. It takes seconds. You don't know what to do, and it massively helps me out. So get this up to 150 likes, guys, and keep subscribing to the channel. 4 subscribers away from 10,070. Let's hit that next little mini milestone. Smash the subscribe button and get yourself in with a chance of winning a Chelsea shirt of your choice from the upcoming season. And join the community as well, guys. Why can't we go after the Leicester keeper? Ultimately, not really. I don't think that's going to be... I don't expect Chelsea to go in for any Leicester players this summer. I really don't. If we're serious about finishing top 4, then Sanchez can't be our starting keeper. I would agree with that. I think, look, ultimately, I think we probably could finish 4th with Sanchez in goal, but I absolutely get your point, though. I absolutely get your point. Yes, big up, brother. I hope you're doing well. Premier League fixtures out on Tuesday. Yeah, 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. The Premier League fixtures are released on Tuesday. We should go for Bastoni. I think what Inter Milan you're not going to get. It's going to be a struggle to get, any players from Inter. They're just going to charge so much. This guy wanting us to sign even more Leicester players. I mean, we've had success. Chilwell has been good for the club despite his form recently after injuries. Kante's was brilliant for us. Obviously, Drinkwater wasn't. Fofana obviously hasn't played enough because he's been injured. There's been a lot. It could be easy mistake to make, brother. Easy mistake to make. But I mean, look, obviously with the goalkeepers that we've been linked with, I mean, I wouldn't really classify this as I don't want to say as a legit link because I think that's a little bit unfair. But I wouldn't really classify this as like a major sort of link and genuine interest. It's very much one of those where Chelsea looking for a keeper. Atletico Madrid are reportedly willing to sell him, so they've just put that together and saying, Chelsea might make a move. That's how these rumors start. It doesn't take much. I mean, it absolutely doesn't take much. Absolutely no idea because I don't even know what it is. Have I ever been to India? No, I've never been to India. I mean, look, I'd love to go to India one day for sure. I mean, I'm sure that the football fans out there are amazing. The Chelsea fan base out in India is probably massive. But no, I've not been to India. But maybe one day. But big up to all the Chelsea fans out in India. Yes, he did okay last night, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. Yeah, look. Group stage and the knockouts, in my view, are basically 2 different tournaments. The group's about getting through, and then the tournament really starts when you get to the knockouts. Prediction for England Serbia: I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think it's going to be scrappy. If we do win, it will be by the odd. By the odd goal. But I'll be real. I wouldn't be surprised if we started slowly. I'm not saying we're going to lose this game. I wouldn't rule out like a 1-1 draw or something like that. I'm just not massively confident on England to sort of hit the ground running and start with a win. I could be totally wrong. Got more than enough quality. But again, Serbia are a good team. The likes of Mitrovic, Vlahovic, Tadic, Zielinski, sorry. The front three is good. But they could cause problems. No, he's Slovenian, so he'll be in England's group. Oblak. I think he's from the same country as Sesko. I'm Chelsea from India. Yes, big up, brother. Hope you're good. I want Chelsea to sign Calafiori. The guy's really good. And how far with the pursuit of Elise? We just got to wait and see now. We've laid a lot of groundwork. Absolutely no denying that. We have laid a lot of groundwork with this one. So. We just have to wait and see at this point in time what is going to be possible. Someone has put on Instagram, England. Yeah. Unfortunately, that means it's a small minority, but always let others down. Always happens. England fans, just can't can't behave themselves anywhere. It's a real shame at the end of the day, because it gives the good ones a bad rep, and the thugs that are just out there for a fight. We've got no time for people like that. I mean, what is the point, honestly? Chelsea against Leicester, first game of the season. And then Graham Potter gets announced as Leicester manager. You can see it. You can see it written now, guys. You can absolutely see it written that is going to be the case. No denying it. No denying it. What else have we got going on here? I've gone for 2-2. England. I think England are very leaky at the back. The defense is is a concern, no doubt about it. Definitely England's weakest point. There's no point pretending otherwise. It 100% is. Callum, appreciate that, mate. Good try, but I'm not gonna get done on the comment in the chat like the likes of Don Robbie do. So yeah, I won't be getting done on that one. It's a good effort though, but you got to get up a bit earlier to catch me out on that sort of thing. But I appreciate the effort. It was a good try. It was a good try. The defense is a problem. No doubt about it. The defense absolutely is a problem. It's a weak point that's got weaker. But I think really this tournament, England are going to have to be more attacking and accept that, do you know what? We're gonna concede a few, but as we back ourselves at the top end of the pitch to score enough goals to win the majority of games. I think that's the way that England are going to have to go. I don't think we're going to see what we have been doing is, scoring maybe one goal and then keeping it very tight. I don't see that being possible with our defense right now. Good try, bro. Good try. Maybe one day you might get me. One day when I'm maybe not as fresh, not feeling as awake, I might fall into that trap. But not today. Not today. People, keep smashing the like button. 207 in the building. 124 likes. We need another 25 likes, guys. Up to 150. What is everyone playing at, guys? England starting in the Euros today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, people. Run those likes up. It's free and it takes seconds. Let's get it moving, guys. Let's get it moving. Come on, people. Run it up. 211 in the building. Big up to everyone locked in. Yes, big up, bro. Hope you're doing well. What about Chelsea strikers? Is there any more news? No news on the striker front, There isn't at the moment. It's gone quiet. In terms of kind of the major deals that Chelsea are pursuing, in terms of Michael Olise and obviously John Duran right now, those are the two ones that are quite hot. We've had nothing at all over the weekend. I wonder if we'll get anything. If we'll get anything tomorrow, I'm not really sure. Let's wait and see on that one. It's funny how everyone rated Calafiori, but as soon as he's linked to Chelsea, nobody rates him. I've not seen that, but I mean, Calafiori is a good player, regardless of whether he's rated to Chelsea or not. No way these Twitter rumors worth considering or showing. Olise is waiting for a Champions League club. This is why his contract was amended. No, look, Chelsea wouldn't be pushing this hard for Olise if they weren't confident that they could get a deal done. I'm pretty certain on that. Chelsea are pushing this hard for a reason, because they got confidence from somewhere that a deal is very much on. I'm not saying we're absolutely going to get him, but I think he is our player to lose. That would be my opinion of it. Have Chelsea completed the signing? Yeah, he had his medical tests in Brazil on Friday. And yeah, we're just waiting for the official announcement now. I'm not sure the contracts are signed, but the deal will go through. It will be a contract until 2032, and he'll join up next summer. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Great player he is. Great player. ITV News, look, any British media outlet is going to say that England are favourites. We're not getting another striker. The club is bringing Kunku and Jackson as solid option. We'll get a striker. We're not going to go into the season not signing another forward. That absolutely isn't going to happen. Again, I don't think that's true. Chelsea want to put him on a heavily incentivized contract, which I don't know what the numbers would be. But I know this idea that Duran's demanding 100k, I'm not sure where. Excuse me, I'm not sure where people are getting that from, or why people, if they've seen it somewhere, are taking it as gospel. We need to bring an Egbali in if you want Elise. I mean, yeah, if we're struggling to close the deal in, you bring in the finisher Egbali, and that deal soon gets closed. Soon gets closed. You bring in the finisher. That's what he does. That is exactly what he does. He gets shit done. So if we're struggling a little bit, or the deal looks like it might be slipping away, then you send him in. You send him in, and you get shit done. Simple, absolutely simple as that. No, he won't. He'll play Saka on the right-hand side, Foden on the left, Bellingham in the 10, and Trent alongside Declan Rice. Palmer won't start tonight. I'd be shocked if he did. England wasting these generational talents. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I absolutely hear you. Absolutely hear you. It's a big problem. It is a big problem. That there's no point denying it or thinking otherwise. It's a real shame. But yeah, no, Duran's not confirmed at all. No, definitely not. There's a long way to go on that. A long way to go still. I mean, Matt Law reported that a deal worth up to £40 million was broadly agreed, but there were still a number of hurdles to overcome. So, I mean, Chelsea doing background checks on the player and whatnot. I think, Duran's away with the Colombia squad for the Copa America. So, yeah, look, I don't know how quickly a deal can get done, but if Chelsea want him, they'll come to some sort of agreement, I'm sure, and that will happen quite quickly. I suspect maybe we might have an answer surrounding Duran by the end of next week. Yes, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And as I always say, guys, the shows are nothing without you people. So I do greatly appreciate it, guys. Really do. I want to bet that Nkunku finishes with 15 plus goals as our centre forward. What, with me, or are you just going to go to the betting shop? I'm not. I mean, 15 plus goals in all comps, or 15 plus Premier League goals. Were we looking at Chiesa last year? I don't know. If we were, I can't remember. But I don't believe we're looking at Chiesa. Have we looked at Chiesa in the past? Quite possibly, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was last year. I think you'd be more thinking maybe 4 years ago, if anything. No, Grealish will be staying at Man City. I think that's that's most likely. And even if he does leave, which I still believe is not particularly likely, then he will be. I don't see Chelsea, being able to compete for a move for him. But you never know. You just never know. But right now, I would say absolutely not. No, maybe not. But that's unfortunately that's the reality of the market that we're in right now. You just can't. Players are expensive now. Potential goes for a lot of money. We're talking about spending almost £55 million if the add-ons are hit on a 17-year-old. This is the market these days. So we can't be sort of bigging up spending that money on Esteval. But then when it comes to Duran, thinking, it's a bit much that when we've spent, 15, 16 million quid more on a 17-year-old. Are Chelsea buying 2 strikers? No, they won't. It'll be a wide player and 1 striker would be my prediction on that front. Look, Guirassy, there were links in the German press with Chelsea and Guirassy yesterday. I think it's a really smart option. But whether it happens or not, I don't know. Arsenal reportedly interested, AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund as well. Obviously, he's got Champions League football at Stuttgart. Cheap release clause, £15 million roughly. So it's an attractive proposition to potential suitors. But in terms of will Chelsea go from, I think, at 28 years of age, I suspect that he's obviously too old, maybe. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, isn't it, guys? It is going to be interesting. Premier League goals, just a general bet for the channel to review after the season. Yeah, maybe. Palmer should start ahead of Saka tonight. I would agree with that, but it's not going to happen. So it is what it is. Palmer will have a key role to play at the Euros this summer. Absolutely. You know, he's got a game-changing ability from the bench. And I suspect he will start some games at the Euros. I can't see Oblak moving from Atletico unless it's to one of the Saudi clubs. Fair. I would take Oblak in a heartbeat, but I think Atletico Madrid would demand at least 60. Maybe more, to be honest. Maybe more. This goalkeeper hunt is disrespect to Petrovic. The guy was great this season. Yeah, look, I mean, Petrovic was good. I mean, I don't know if we're just looking to upgrade in the goalkeeping department. Petrovic in action tonight, you know, against England, be interesting to see. Be very interesting to see how he performs. It really will be, actually. You know, he's going to be tested. This is a big test for him now, because now he's kind of not a household name, but he's much more well known than he was, obviously, when he was playing for the New England Revolution in the MLS. So that is going to be an interesting one. Are we buying any defenders? Obviously, Tosin came in on a free. In terms of any other defenders, I mean, look, there's a possible link to Calafiori. I think a deal seems unlikely. And then what else are we looking at? We're looking at, you know, I think anything is going to depend on whether Trevor Chalobah stays or goes. If Chalobah stays, then there's no space for another defender. If he goes, then maybe we will look to bring someone in. But right now, links with centre backs are relatively quiet. You know, there doesn't seem to be an awful lot of noise surrounding any potential pursuit of any additional centre backs. Duran not worth 40, yeah, we know, but it's a better risk than, example, signing a Lukaku. I would agree on that front. I think, you know, the amount of money we've wasted on forwards and just players in general over the years, maybe signing slightly smaller money signings might actually work out better for us. Is Chukwuemeka going to be fit for pre-season? Yeah, I think he will be. I think that's what all the indications are pointing towards. And so, yeah, I think he can definitely have a key role to play next season as well. I mean, yeah, look, if we end up keeping both, if Chalobah and Gallagher both end up staying, right, which is not beyond the realms of possibility, then yeah, I mean, a penny for Pochettino's thoughts on that one. He would be fuming, wouldn't he? Let's be real. He would be raging on that front. No doubt about it. He really would be. But I guess if they end up staying, maybe that wasn't a main reason as to why he left. I mean, I don't really know. Maybe they just used that as an excuse to get rid of him. That is a possibility. That is absolutely a possibility, but we are going to have to just wait and see on this front, people. We are just going to have to wait and see on this front. What's coming in the chat? Sending Kepa to Atletico and having Oblak would be a perfect scenario. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, perfect scenarios don't really exist in the transfer market and football. Lukaku was EPL proven too, so Chelsea fans, please trust the process. The owners are trying to keep Chelsea in financial advantage. We need to buy our own stars and build them. I mean, look, they're looking to go more down that route, but there's at the end of the day, teams need to have established players and established stars, and we don't have enough of them. You know, that's the reality. You need those as part of a team. You do really need those. Are there any players who are not going to be fit for pre-season? No, I don't think so, mate. I think we're looking at a clean bill of health unless any pick up injuries whilst on international duty. But yeah, I expect that everyone is going to be fit for pre-season. You know, there's nothing to suggest otherwise. Guys, over 200 in the building still. 7 more likes to 150. Come on, people. Let's run it up. Let's get these last few likes chalks off, guys. And keep subscribing to the channel as well. If you are new round here, it'd be greatly appreciated. 193 locked in. Let's try and get 9 more subscribers. Let's get up to 10,080, guys. Smash the thumbs up button. Smash the subscribe button. Support myself. Support the channel. Get yourself in with a chance of winning a Chelsea shirt of your choice from the upcoming season as well, with the shirt giveaway that is coming up from reaching 10K. Can't see Chelsea finishing in the top 4. Those Conference League matches is a struggle with our small squad. Thing is, when everyone's available, we actually don't have a small squad. There are plenty of options. It's just whether they're going to stay fit for the majority of the season or not. That's the big issue on this one. Are they going to stay fit for the majority of the season? We don't know. We don't know the answers to that. That's the reality of this. We do not know the answers. I mean, look, never say never. I'd be happy with Tony as well, but I don't think that one's going to happen. If we're being brutally honest here. I mean, look, Kobo will be a lot cheaper. Look, but both good goalkeepers. I think Oblak was obviously better at this point in time, but I would definitely take Kobo for sure. We've been linked with him in the past, but I don't see us. I don't see us making a move for him. That's my honest thoughts on the situation there. Let's just briefly go through this last thing then, guys, before the 5 o'clock game kicks off. So Sky Italia. So obviously we covered yesterday that Milan had a delegation in Dortmund last night watching Broja play for Albania, and this is Sky Italia saying that he didn't have a good game. A Milan scout was present at the stadium, and it would have been the right opportunity for him to show off. But that doesn't stop Milan from wanting to get a deal over the line. Chelsea would like a permanent transfer, not Milan. So now, apparently, according to Sky Italia, Milan don't want a permanent transfer of Broja. They want a loan. Well, guys, we've got news for you. We want to sell this brother, so you lot need to cough the money up. You lot need to cough the money up. Simple as that. You know, we're not doing these shitty loan deals. You know, you need to cough the money up, pure and simple. You know, don't start giving, oh, he didn't play that well when we went to watch him for Albania, and then we want a loan. And now, guys, if you can't afford him, move on to a different target. We're not running this loan business now. We're not doing this loan business. You know, if Everton can't get their shit together, if someone can just get their shit together and pay up to £30 million for Broja, then let's just do it. What's with all this fucking about with these loan deals and all this other nonsense? I mean, seriously, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. These broke Italian clubs, and then when you go to try and buy any of their players, it's like prices are absolutely through the roof. It really doesn't make sense. But Broja is not. No, he's not. The Fulham one, yeah, it has gone down a bit because he didn't finish the season particularly well. But let's see what happens. I suspect there's a bargain-ish to be had for someone this summer. But also, don't rule Tony out leaving on a free transfer in 2025. He's only got a year left on his deal anyway, so maybe don't rule out him leaving on a free. That also is absolutely a possibility. No doubt about it. That is a possibility that could happen for sure. But yeah, obviously Broja not impressing last night for Albania against Italy with Milan scouts watching. Let's wait and see what happens with him. We're gonna wait and see. I don't personally think that Broja is going to go to Milan. You know, I can't see it. If I'm being totally honest, we can't see it because I don't think they're going to want to pay the money. They're looking like they want a loan. So I don't really see how there's a deal to be done there. But yeah, let's wait and see. Yes, big up, brother. Big up. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, let's hope for an England win, bro. Let's hope for an England win. But yeah, anyway, guys, I think that's probably a good point to round this one up. Yeah, it's not a photo from yesterday. No, it's just a photo of him in an Albania shirt. Yeah, it's definitely not. That's quite an old photo, I think. But anyway, yeah, the point still stands. But yeah, guys, Big up to everyone that's locked in. Appreciate all of the support this afternoon and just in general, guys. It is greatly appreciated. Still over 200 in the building. Run the likes up, people. We're on 147. Get this up over 150 likes on the way out. Smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well, guys. Let's try and get another sort of 6, 7. Let's try and get another 10 subscribers on the way out. There's over 200 in the building still. There must be people that aren't subscribed. So please hit the subscribe button on the way out. Please smash the likes as well to get this up over 150. And yeah, guys, big up. Thanks for all the support. Any England fans in here? Let's hope for a good performance from the boys tonight. Let's see if Palmer or Gallagher get an opportunity to get on the pitch. But let's hope that England can do the business and maybe we can finally end 58 years of hurt by winning a trophy at the Euros this summer. But yeah, guys, thanks for the support. Great show as always. I'll be back tomorrow. Depending on what the 5 p.m. game is, I'll be back at 4 p.m. I reckon, because I don't want to, if it's a decent game at 5, I don't want to be doing it at 5 because not that many people might not tune in. Let's see what the new week's got in store for us. And yeah, love as always, guys. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new, up the Chelsea, and peace out, guys.